Hi, I'm Alexandra Lyons. I'm a master florist and I'll be giving you some flower arranging tips. How to care for houseplants. You need to look at your plant that you have and see what sort of leaves it's got. The thicker the leaves, the less water it needs. So something like this, which is a yucca and a dracaena and a money plant, very fleshy. And they retain a lot of water, or they hold it in their stem. So you need to water those less frequently than you would a palm or a fern. This is a fern. These are great in a bathroom or somewhere like that because they'll take a lot of moisture from the atmosphere, and you need to water those probably twice a week, depending on the size of the pot and where you've got it. And how warm the environment is very important to how often you water a plant. The best way to tell is by touching the soil. You touch the soil and you can feel a slight bit of dampness. That is wet, it is damp. It doesn't need to be soaking. And this is slightly damp, and I wouldn't water that for at least a week and a half. The best way to keep the moisture in as well is to cover the top of the plant with some sort of covering. This one here has got some what do you call that? Bark chippings, I suppose, or coconut on. Moss is very good. So you'd place that around the edge. This would be very good to put on orchids as well because they lose a lot of moisture. Now, to know how to care for each plant, the best thing to do is to check where it's naturally grown, where it comes from, and emulate that environment. So ferns grow in sort of damp, wet, mossy woodlands and tropical places as well. So again, you'd need to know what area your plant was from. This particular one grows in rainforests. And money plants are slightly a succulent variety, so they would grow somewhere that was probably a little bit dry of water. And again, you just emulate their environment. So if it might be an arid area where there's no moisture in the atmosphere, or like a fern where it's a woodland, it would need to be very damp and humid. So that's why they suit bathrooms and kitchens. You feed plants according to the instructions on your particular houseplant food. This one is once every 2 weeks. Don't overfeed them. It won't do the plant any good, and you'll burn it. There's nitrogen in plant food, and you'll get nitrogen burn. Also, when you feed, make sure that there's not direct sunlight on the plant. Don't ever put the water or the plant food on the leaves, because again, that will burn. Most plants don't like direct sunlight. In the winter, they can take it through a window, and in the summer, you need to keep them away from the window, otherwise they'll burn. And again, it's just looking at the plant. So if it's variegated, it needs a little more light, but dappled. A dark green plant can take more sunlight than a lighter plant, though a light plant does need light because it has less green in it, which is the bit that is needed for photosynthesis. So it will need some bright light. I think that's about it, really. That's how you care for houseplants.